Psalm 32:8 has been my life verse since God called me to serve as a missionary in the Philippines in 1982. I have trusted Him to do just as He said He would, to guide me with His eye. He has been faithful through the years, and I know He will continue to guide me through the next steps of my life's journey. You might remember that I began my career as a missionary nurse on the island of Palawan, one of the far-flung islands of the Philippines. My ministry expanded to include starting an Awana program and continuing the legacy of children's ministry through Vacation Bible School begun by my co-workers Dan and Mariana Horton. After 18 years at Palawan Baptist Hospital and many fond memories of missionary nursing, I had a course change, moved to the city, and began assisting young Filipino church planters. We continued the emphasis of ministry to children, holding VBS every summer. In 2024, 6 churches that I have been a part of in the Philippines were able to conduct 1 or more weeks of VBS. This is upwards of 400 children hearing the gospel stories and enjoying the crafts, games, and prizes provided through your faithful giving. Thank you so much. The process begins in North Dakota with ordering the VBS kits, visuals, and supplies. Then comes packing and shipping it to the Philippines. Once it arrives, much organizing takes place for a teacher training day with books and supplies prepared for each church to use. The conducting of the individual VBS weeks in various churches takes place over the summer months. Most churches do more training and preparation days with their own volunteers to decorate, prepare crafts, snacks, and invite children. VBS graduation day is more involved than in the U.S. There is often a meal to include the parents, ribbons for achievements with picture taking, and prizes for many. The VBS materials are then sent on to other islands and churches for continued use in the lives of many hundreds more children. The spiritual scope of influence is unlimited. Your support for this endeavor is greatly appreciated. Great strides have been made since I began full-time as a church planting assistant in 2017. I started out assisting 2 young single pastors in their ministries. We did frequent evangelism outreaches, home Bible studies, and children's ministries. Today, these churches are both growing and thriving, along with the pastors and their families. Pastor Anjo and Eunice Tongol have 2 young daughters. They love their members and sacrifice for them. They have a vision to see believers trained as church leaders and youth serving the Lord in music and children's ministries. Pastor Benson and Llewellyn have 3 girls and 2 boys. They are excited about the Church Addition Project and the spiritual growth in their members and youth. It is a blessing to see new faces and souls saved. Pray for continued funds for their building expansion. In 2016, a 3rd church was planted by Pastor Ariel Cabilao with his wife Karen. They now have 6 children. So far, their church has only had temporary locations, but the Lord granted them a large financial gift to purchase property for a building. This is a great need, and I ask for your prayers for the construction project. They continue faithful in ministering to needy families and children. Preparation for our youth camp at Victory Baptist Church in North Dakota also takes many weeks of labor to prepare the cabins and grounds, game program, grocery shopping, and crafts. We are just a few volunteers for this heavy load. For the last few years, the Lord has graciously allowed me to be in North Dakota for this preparation work. In July of 2024, we had 35 campers and 20 staff for 5 days. We recruited staff for responsibilities in many areas, such as counselors, nurses, activity leaders, and food preparation. Our theme was Flourishing in the Fear of the Lord. It was a great time of blessing with the preaching of the Word by evangelist Alex Rohoff and ministry in drama and music by evangelist Dan Manka and family. Camp Victory has played a significant spiritual role in many young lives here in North Dakota. We are grateful for the opportunity to serve the Lord in this way. The COVID years made changes everywhere. The severe lockdowns in the Philippines in 2020 led me to transfer temporarily to my home church in North Dakota to assist with our summer youth camp and the care of my aging mother, Esther Dick. As COVID travel restrictions prevented my return to the Philippines, my mother became less and less independent. Soon the choice was obvious. I must stay and fulfill my God-given responsibility to care for my mother. I must forfeit my Philippine travel plans, apartment, vehicle, and personal aspirations in order to care for the fragile mother who had given me life and had nurtured me to serve the Lord. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, there seemed to be no end to the detour I was on. And then suddenly, God took Mom home to heaven and opened the way for me to return to the route, as GPS might say. I am making plans now to return to the Philippines in January 2025. Thank you for your faithful support through the years, especially these challenging years of detour. God has a perfect plan. We don't always know how the pieces fit together, but He does, and He can be trusted. Thank you.